Hello and welcome back to another One Piece discussion video where today's discussion revolves around the topic of where are these dang bounty hunters? Because after every arc in One Piece, we sit and wait in bated breath, waiting to see Luffy's new bounty. But the real question should become, is anybody actually gonna fight Luffy to get that bounty? And in my opinion, the answer is no. Realistically, if I was a bounty hunter, I would not look at Luffy's bounty poster, let alone Kaido's bounty poster, and say, oh look, 4 billion berries? I'm gonna go after Kaido. That doesn't happen, and let me tell you why. Alright, so let's put this into perspective for a minute, and let's use Luffy's bounty right now as a prime example. So right now, in the anime and manga, Luffy's bounty is at 1.5 billion berries, okay? It took him 1,000 episodes to get there, 1,000 chapters of the manga to get to the strength he is at to stand at that level. He had to fight so many foes, he had to train rigorously for years to get to that level. And then let's take some arbitrary pirate, like let's say Captain Kuro from Usopp's village. He has a bounty of 16 million. Would you rather fight Luffy, a Yonko tier opponent, or would you fight Captain Kuro 1,000 times? And let me put this in perspective. Like I said, it took Luffy 1,000 episodes of an anime to get to that point. Or would you fight Captain Kuro, a man that was defeated by like episode 10 Luffy? Here's the thing. Berries have real world value. Oda came out and stated that 1 berry equals to 1 Japanese yen. So when you think about it, if you defeat Captain Kuro, bro, you're set for like a year. That's $160,000 just plopped into your lap. That's enough money to last you for a long while. And guess what? You didn't have to train for that. Well, I mean, you probably did, but not a lot. You don't have to train as much to take down Captain Kuro as much as you'd have to train to take down Luffy or Kaido or Big Mom. Or hell, let's put this into a different perspective and let's bring Zoro into the equation. A bounty of 320 million berries. Would you rather fight Zoro to the death? Or would you rather fight 20 Captain Kuros? I think the answer is very freaking obvious. And the reason it's today's discussion topic is because I found this really cool Reddit thread that I'm going to show you right here. It says, why aren't there more bounty hunters in One Piece? Bounties exist for a reason. They are there to motivate third parties to catch wanted individuals. We have seen, of course, some bounty hunters in the early days of One Piece, but they were mostly dealing with weaker pirates. I don't think that Zoro defeated a pirate who was worth more than 10 million berries during his time as a bounty hunter. Someone like Whitebeard was worth 5 billion berries. There must have been at least someone who tried to claim that reward. The only problem is just that all the people in the One Piece universe who are able to stand a chance against pirates with massive bounties are either Marines or pirates themselves. It would have been really nice to see a super powerful bounty hunter as the main villain of an arc, or even as a rival for Luffy. It's very unlikely though that we're gonna get something like that this late into the series, especially with all the other stuff that needs to happen before the series ends. Maybe we'll get a movie or OVA in the future that features a bounty hunter who's after the big targets. That would be really nice to see. Alright, so while I really agree with this guy's post, and while I also want strong bounty hunters, it makes sense as to why they do not exist in the One Piece world. Not simply because, oh, there can't be anybody at that level. It's really just because it would break the world of One Piece as we know it. Let's take Kaido's bounty for example, a man that is a Yonko of the seas. He has a bounty of 4 billion berries. If there was a bounty hunter that was strong enough to take him out, like let's say a guy named Bob the bounty hunter, if he looked at Kaido's wanted poster and said, oh yeah, Kaido, no big deal, I'll take him out when I have free time next. Like that would break the world of One Piece. Why would you have the 4 emperors? Why would you have people wanting to become pirates if Bob the bounty hunter is just going to kill them next Sunday? It wouldn't make any sense. And the world government wouldn't even need a navy. They wouldn't need admirals if Bob the bounty hunter just takes them all out like nobody's business. Bounty hunters cannot exist at the high tier scale. And that's the reason why the world government gives them such ridiculous bounties, because they say, hey, these guys are dangerous. You do not want to fight them unless you want to lose your life. And bounty hunters do not want to risk that. Bounty hunters are doing it for the money. If bounty hunters simply wanted to erase pirates, if they wanted justice, they would simply become a Marine. They wouldn't be a bounty hunter. Bounty hunters are solely in it for the profit. They want to walk away from their job alive, not by being busted in the head by Kaido's Kanabo. They want to go home alive with a fat stack of cash. And now, Let's look at some of the comments and what other people have to say about this. My headcanon is that the bounty hunters are more of a threat outside of the Grand Line. Since they tend to work alone, to not split the earnings, it's nearly impossible to go after the big time pirates. They'd have to go through their whole crew. That is true. If you take down Kaido, if you want to take down Kaido or Luffy, for example, you don't just fight them. You have to fight Sanji, Zoro, Usopp. You have to fight everybody. It would not make sense why you would do that. This guy says, I think Duval and his crew are bounty hunters. Duval was the guy who looked just like Sanji's pre-time skip wanted poster if you do not know. Yes, and Duval got smacked. His flying riders got slapped by Sanji with no diff whatsoever. They could not even take down a man worth 77 million berry bounty at the time. And this guy says, I forgot his name, but wasn't the guy who stole weapons and threw them in the Dressrosa Coliseum a high-level bounty? Bro, this guy talking about Jean the Bandit? This guy talking about that bandit dude, the cactus man? Yeah, that guy was trash as well. If I recall, this guy tried to fight Don Chinzhao and he got slapped. Bounty hunters are jokes, especially in the New World. Grand Line and before that, sure. If you want to fight me in the East Blue, you might take me down. But if I am a pirate in the New World, you stand no chance whatsoever, sir, especially with my crew behind me. Most bounty hunters would be in it just for the money. Those who would be in it for the fame or thrill would be extremely vulnerable alone. Even if it wasn't for the money, there's no way you could hunt the Yonkos since they have vast territories and many soldiers at their disposal. Even hunting small crews, how are they getting past someone like Zoro or Killer? I agree, there should have been more bounty hunters in the first half of the Grand Line, but in the New World, it would be suicide. I think it's really funny because in the first half of One Piece, whenever Luffy and his crew had a bounty upgrade, they were kind of freaking out, especially Usopp. He was like, oh my gosh, Luffy has a bounty? So many people are gonna come after us. Pirates, Marines, bounty hunters, we're in trouble. But now that we're post-time skip, now that we're in Wano, every time we get a bounty upgrade, they're all just like throwing their fists in the air. They're like, yo, let's drink some sake, let's have a party. Yo, look at Usopp with 200 million. I think he was the only person actually afraid of his bounty, but everybody else in the crew was jovial. They were happy that they had a massive increase. And guess what? No bounty hunters would dare touch the Mugiwara no Ichimi. Why would you do that? And I feel like there's a kind of safety in that too. When you have a big pirate crew that has stacked numbers like Luffy's crew, why would anybody tackle that threat? Even if you wanted Chopper's bounty, right? You look at Chopper and you're like, oh, 100 million or 100 berries? I can take him on. And that's the thing. Do you really want to fight Chopper for his 100 berries when you have Zoro in the same crew, when you have Luffy in the same crew? The answer is no. You do not want to tackle that. And that's what I'm saying. It makes sense as to why bounty hunters do not exist. This guy says, good observation. That's an element that got pushed to the side for the Yonkos, revolutionaries, and etc. I'd like to see more bounty hunters. They can add another element of danger to the Straw Hats or other pirate crews. That's what I'm saying. If there was a bounty hunter that was a danger to the Straw Hats, we would have heard about them already. The world government would probably pay them saying, hey, we have never turned in these bounties before. Why don't we give you some money and you go fight Luffy? Please do that. Please take the man out. He's too dangerous for us. It's mostly because in the New World, most pirates have alliances or being part of Yonko pirates. So if you attack one, prepare to suffer their wrath. Look at what happened when Caribou attacked one of the Yonko commanders. X-Drake took him down and sent him to prison. I forgot about that side story, but yeah, Caribou got sent to prison, man. Caribou tried to fight X-Drake, he got destroyed, and now he's under Kaido's thumb. That's what happens. Why would you fight somebody in the New World? We have seen a lot of bounty hunters. Yasuoka and Johnny, bro. These guys bringing back like episode 3 people. Baroque Works, the entire warlord system, the guy from the Coliseum. Even though the warlords are pirates, they are technically bounty hunters since they aren't treated as criminals and they get money for their captures unlike regular pirates. That is true. Warlords will get paid for their captures, but the real question is, why would a warlord go after pirates? All the warlords that we know of are mostly stationary. You have Crocodile chilling in Alabasta. You have Doflamingo chilling in Dressrosa. You even have Buggy, who's a mercenary for hire, but then again, he hires other people to do it for him. The warlords personally are not bounty hunting, except for maybe Mihawk. I feel like he kind of strikes me as a bounty hunter, but that's besides the point. I do think we should have seen a lot more bounty hunters, especially pre-time skip, but now it's the end game and everyone is too strong. It wouldn't make sense to introduce an entirely new group of strong-ass bounty hunters capable of rivaling a Yonko crew. And that's what I'm saying. If there was somebody at that level that could fight Luffy, that could fight Kaido and take their bounties, then 9 out of 10, they would be hired by the world government, or they might just join the Marines, because what's the point of getting that really high bounty when you could just fight, like I said, 100 Captain Kuros for no diff, and you have that same amount of money. So yes, the bounty system at this point is less of a, oh, you should go capture them kind of reward, and more of a, oh, look at how hype Luffy is. Look at how amazing he is compared to the other great pirates of his era. And that's how it's become, and that's how the fandom kind of became as well. We never really looked at bounties as a dangerous threat. We looked at it and we cheer Luffy on for every new milestone he hits. And that's just the story of One Piece. But this is just a quick discussion topic. I wanted to bring up the discussion of bounty hunters because I read this article and I was just like, wait, bounty hunters were a thing? I was like scratching my head. And then I remember, literally to this point in time, Zoro still has the title of Pirate Hunter Roronoa Zoro. Like, wait, why? The guy's in a pirate group. How is he a pirate hunter anymore? Why didn't they give him a new title? Which I'm calling it right here, and I guess a lot of people called it too. But after Wano, I am putting money down that Zoro's new title is the King of Hell Roronoa Zoro, because I think that'll be pretty dang fitting for the recent events of the manga. So with that being said, y'all, tell me your thoughts down below and what you think of this theory, or discussion, I guess is the better word to say. And I'll also leave a link to the Reddit thread down below too, so you can go check them out and show some love, because I always want to show my love to the Reddit threads that I take a part of, and I'm just reading their comments and sharing their thoughts and opinions as well. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for showing up, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another discussion video. Peace out.